Hi guys, it's Kino. Welcome to another video. So in today's Pick a Card, we are going to be covering a topic that I find super interesting. It was actually suggested to me quite some time ago, and we are going to be finding out if the person you are thinking about or the person you are picking up on can feel the soul connection with you. So maybe you guys have been dreaming a lot about a certain person, maybe you are seeing or hearing their name everywhere you go, or you may even be in communication with this person's higher self. So what we want to see in this reading is what's going on their end. What are they experiencing? And are they aware of what's going on? And to what extent are they aware? And I do want to say that for this reading, first of all, everyone is welcome to watch. So it doesn't matter if this other person is your soulmate or your twin flame or not, or something else, or even if you're not sure, because these kinds of psychic or telepathic links can exist between anyone. So please feel free to watch and not worry so much about the label if you're not sure. And I also want to say that you are welcome to watch this reading even if you don't know who the other person is or you haven't met them in the 3D yet and you're just picking up on them energetically. That is very possible, and we can still take a look at what's going on this person's end because they could very well be somewhere out there picking up on you too. So just before we get into it, I want to take a moment and give a huge thank you to our sponsor, which is Keen. So if you guys aren't familiar with Keen, they are a huge network of psychics and spiritual advisors who are there to help you with whatever you are going through. I have been on Keen for a few months now, actually. I've been going through some kind of tough transitions in my life, and it's been wonderful to have a second opinion, to have guidance for my decisions, and just confirmation to know that I'm on the right path. Keen has advisors online 24/7, so no matter where you are in the world, no matter what time it happens to be, somebody will be there to talk to you. And what I love about Keen is that there's the option to both speak to an advisor on the phone, or you can just chat with them. So if you're somebody who prefers to hear the person's voice so that you can get a better feel for their energy, if that helps you to feel more connected, then you might prefer the phone option. I personally prefer the chat option because I'm an introvert, so I don't like talking on the phone. It makes me feel anxious, and chatting with someone, it just makes me feel a lot more comfortable. So I really appreciate that option. Thank you, Keen. My advice to anyone who wants to try Keen out is to make sure that you ask specific questions so that you can get specific answers. This is kind of a rookie mistake that I made when I was getting started, because if you leave the question too open-ended or you're too general, you risk getting a vague answer from the advisor, and then you can't really gauge if they're accurate or if they're tapped in or not. So when I started asking more specific questions, I started to see their more detailed answers, and then I could tell, okay, this advisor is connected, or not really resonating with this one. It just made the process a lot quicker and easier. It did take me a few tries to find the advisor that I really clicked with, but once you do, it's amazing because you can keep going back to them, you can build that relationship, and you can have regular energy checkups with them, with somebody who is familiar with your situation. Another little piece of advice is that you'll see there are advisors in all different price ranges, but there are some very accurate advisors even in the more reasonable range. So if you're using Keen, you don't have to feel like you need to go high or you need to go out of your budget to find someone who meets your expectations. And Keen is also sending out discounts to their users every week, so they got you covered. As a new Keen user, you will get your first 10 minutes for just $1.99. So if you guys are interested in giving Keen a try, you can use my link down below, trykeen.com/kino, to get started. So thank you so much to Keen again for sponsoring this video. Thank you so much to you guys for listening to that, and now let's get into the reading. There are 4 readings for you guys to choose from today, so I'm going to show you each of the crystals one by one, and then please pick whichever one you feel drawn to the most. Number 1 is Cherry Blossom Agate. Number 2 is Pyrite with Calcite. Number 3 is Blue Cat's Eye. And number 4 is Fluorite. Okay, so as always, take all the time you need to pick. You can pause the video if you need to, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started with number 1. Hi number ones, so this reading is for those of you who were drawn to the cherry blossom agate. So just in case you guys didn't watch the intro, I'll just repeat that this reading is for everybody. So whether you know your person in the 3D, whether you haven't met in person yet, or even if you're not sure, you can watch this reading. So the first thing I want to do is take a look at 3 tarot cards. These will represent you, your person, and the energy that exists between the two of you. And I'm going to do this in a person A, person B style, meaning I'm not going to say this one is you, this one is your person. I will leave that up to you to determine which energy is resonating more with you. And if both of the people's energies resonate with you, that's totally fine as well. That just means that you and your person are mirroring each other. So let's see what we have here. We're starting off with the Tower, the Devil, and the 5 of Cups. Okay, so we're starting off with some pretty intense energy here. I'm going to start with the Devil because this is the card in the middle that is representing the energy between the two of you. When I see the Devil representing a connection, this tells me that this is one of those connections where the two people involved cannot stop thinking about each other. So you are on each other's minds all the time. Those of you who chose this reading, if you find that you cannot stop thinking about this person, I want to tell you that the same thing is going on their end. And in addition to that, I want to mention that this Devil card, it can represent a sexual energy. So the person that you're asking about could be, having fantasies about you or thinking about you in that way. But more so to me, it shows like something or someone that you just can't get off of your mind. Whether you are trying to think about each other or not, whether you are trying to even forget about each other, it's like this person keeps popping up, or signs and synchronicities keep popping up. It's almost like their energy or your energy is kind of following each other around. And when it comes to the Devil card, there's a couple different interpretations for this, so please take the one that resonates, or it could be both. But it can show, a very strong attachment that borders on obsession, or even a full-on obsession. Like you are thinking about this person too much, or this person has too much of an influence on your mood. So that could be something that is going on between the two of you. But this card can also just show a level of insecurity when it comes to the connection. So if not an obsession, if not a very strong attachment, it can just show, that there's this energy going on where you don't feel good enough for the other person, or you don't feel good enough for a love connection or for a relationship in general. So that could be something that's going on between the two of you as well, like both thinking that you don't deserve the other, that you don't deserve the other person's love or the other person's affection. And yet there's such a strong pull, there's such a strong desire to be with this person. So right away I see a very strong pull and attraction on both ends. I see that there could be a lot of sexual thoughts, like I said, or just a very strong chemistry and physical attraction. Even if you haven't met this person in the 3D yet, they might have dreams of being physical with you and feel a very strong attraction to your energy. And then there could be some sort of obsessive feelings, or like I cannot get this person out of my head, going on both ends, and a level of insecurity as well, like feeling unworthy or not good enough for the other. So I just wanted to sum everything up because I feel like I threw a lot of stuff out there. So let's look at the cards on either end now. So this will be person A and person B. You might resonate more with one than the other. You might resonate with both. If you resonate with both, it means that you and your person are likely mirroring each other. So let's talk about the Tower person, person A. The Tower, when it comes to a connection, lets me know that this person was not expecting to fall so hard. They were not expecting to have such strong feelings. And it's likely that it's almost like they're not really happy with how hard they have fallen. You know, this energy where you're just really trying to be single and focus on yourself, and then these feelings come from behind you and just hit you like a truck, and you're like, oh great. Oh great, I'm catching feelings. Oh great, I'm falling for this person. What do I do now? That's kind of the energy that I get from the Tower when it comes up in a connection. It could even be that this person has never fallen for somebody so hard before. Like, they've never experienced feelings this intense, and they don't really know how to act. They don't really know what to do with themselves. If you guys haven't met in the 3D yet, I would say that this is amplified, because it's like, what the heck is going on? Why am I feeling so strongly? Why am I feeling such a strong pull to this person, even though like I don't know them yet, or I haven't met them yet in the 3D? Why is this hitting me so hard? So the Tower person is probably going through a bit of a hard time just processing this connection and understanding why they are feeling so intensely. It could also be that they're going through a lot in their life right now. Like, things are kind of turned upside down, and just catching feelings like this is kind of the last thing that they need. It just hit them very, very hard is what I feel with the Tower. And then over here with the 5 of Cups energy, this is an energy of sadness, loneliness. So when it comes up in a relationship reading, I often feel a strong energy of missing someone. It's like longing for someone, but in a way that leaves you sad rather than leaving you happy. So this could be a separation situation, a no contact situation, where the person feels like they cannot connect to the other in the way that they really wish to, or they cannot express the extent of their emotions in the way that they wish they could. Sometimes this card can even indicate this feeling of sadness in like, I feel like it's over, or I feel like I don't have a chance with this person. Again, this could be, you know, a feeling of unworthiness or a feeling of insecurity that is being reflected here. But the 5 of Cups person seems to not have the most positive outlook on this connection. Maybe, yeah, they feel like it's not going to go anywhere. They feel like it's over, or they just really, really miss the other person and feel that they cannot connect to them in the way that they wish. This person might even believe that the connection is one-sided. Like, I long so strongly for them, I think about them all the time, but they probably don't think of me in that way, and so that leaves them to feel sad and lonely. I would say that the 5 of Cups person is mistaken, because there is this mutual, very, very strong attraction and very, very strong presence in each other's mind, in each other's heart. But the 5 of Cups person may be kind of feeling alone in this, like it's not reciprocated, or like, you know, the connection is not going to develop in what they want it to. So, you know, we are starting off with kind of heavy energy. It's very intense, and it could be even kind of scary the way you feel so strongly. So this is the energy that we're starting off with here. And now I want to take a look at some oracle cards to see how aware your person is of this connection, or what is going on their end. So we have opportunity, the garden and the gate, dice, and strength. Okay, your person is picking up on signs and synchronicities about this connection, or they are having dreams about you. This opportunity card with like the money falling down from the sky, it looks like you are receiving something from the soul world. You are receiving something from the 5D. So I'm thinking of this as intuitive or psychic insights regarding the connection. This could also mean that, you know, they have had the opportunity to be made aware of this connection, or they have had the opportunity to tell you what they have experienced. But with the garden and the gate coming out next to it, this card is kind of somebody who is reflecting and sort of debating on whether or not they should step out of their comfort zone. But ultimately, in this image that we see here, they are still choosing to stay in the garden. They are still choosing to stay in their comfort zone. You'll see that this person has the key around their neck. So it's like, if they want to, they have the power to free themselves, but they're still not really sure. So the way I'm kind of translating these together is like, you know, maybe the idea of a telepathic connection, the idea of a psychic or soul connection is kind of out of the box for this person, and they're still not really sure what to make of the signs and synchronicities and messages that they have received. They're sort of on the fence about it, but because of this image, I do feel that they're leaning more towards doubting it, or not, you know, coming forward and telling you, or telling anybody for that matter, what they've been through or what they've been experiencing. If you guys are in contact with this person, it's like there have been a few opportunities, like a few moments in conversation where they could have come forward and said, like, look, I had this dream about you. I don't know if you experienced a similar thing, or maybe you have actually said something to them that you already said to them in a dream, and they thought it was really freaky, and at that moment they had the chance to tell you, like, holy shit, you said this to me in a dream, or this happened in a dream, but they kind of held their tongue and they didn't tell you because they are staying in their comfort zone. They're staying in their gate, and they're still not really sure what to make of it. They're still not really sure if they want to believe that there's something more to that, or if it's just a weird coincidence, basically. So it's like, yes, they're feeling it, but when it comes to, you know, accepting the truth of the connection, or that you guys are telepathically and psychically connected like that, and these are not just coincidences, they're kind of leaning away from fully accepting that or fully believing that, is what it looks like here. And we also have the dice, and this is kind of, well, actually it's very interesting. It kind of has two different meanings. One of them is this idea of chance, because of course when you roll the dice, you could get anything. It's completely random. So there is this part in their mind who thinks that these signs and synchronicities are just coincidences. They're just random. You know, I have a lot of dreams that might confirm this connection, but I also have a lot of random dreams. So who's to say this is not just random too? I feel like that's kind of their thinking. So they are taking a more rational, a more practical, or I guess a more conservative approach. They're really leaning towards staying in their garden at this time, at least. So they're kind of telling themselves, this is just random, this is just a coincidence. And then the other thing with the dice is that it can have the meaning of risk. Like there is some element of risk. So they might feel like it's risky to tell you or to tell anybody what they've been experiencing, because maybe they feel like, you know, you would call them crazy, or if they told someone, that person would call them crazy. Or, you know, if they tell you, look, I've been feeling these things, I've been getting these messages, you might be like, what? I don't feel that. I don't feel that. And then they will feel kind of dumb for bringing it up. So they feel it's a kind of risk to believe what they're experiencing, or it would kind of be a risk to come forward and talk about it. So they are kind of staying quiet about it at this time, but that's not because they don't feel it. Now let's look at the coral card with strength. This word strength, it's making me think of like putting on a brave face or enduring. It's like they feel, okay, this could be somebody who they don't allow themselves just yet to really experience the fullness of their emotions. This might be somebody who has learned over time that, you know, strong emotions and vulnerability, or even being in love and falling for somebody, is like weak. That might kind of be their internalized belief. And so when they resist the connection, or when they kind of put down or ignore these feelings and messages that are coming to them, it's like they feel like they're strong. They feel like they're winning over their weakness, winning over their vulnerability. This is Capricorn energy here, and I feel like that is kind of a Capricorn trait. You know, like emotions are weak, being in love, being vulnerable is weak. So when they rationalize what they're going through and kind of suppress it, it's like they feel like they're being strong, or they feel like they need to be strong and do that. So they're kind of guarded right now. They're kind of putting up walls to what they are feeling right now. I do want to point out though that this card has the number 5 on it, so that means this could change. 5 is the number of change, and it's also kind of like the pivoting number because it's in the middle of, you know, the single digit numbers from 1 to 9. 5 is right in the middle, so it's kind of like it could go either way. And I feel like that matches with the energy we were seeing earlier about this person being on the fence. Oh, we also have 2 3s here, because if you add up this 39, it will reduce to 3. 3 is about expansion. It's about finding a new perspective. So I really do think there is potential for this person to look at what's going on in another way and kind of ask themselves, hey, like, what if there's something greater going on here? What if this isn't just random and I'm really getting a glimpse into something deeper going on between me and this person? I do really see the potential for that with this person. Again, they're on the fence. It could go either way. So there are a couple more oracle cards that I want to look at, and maybe those will give us some insight into the outcome here, like what's going to happen with this person. So the 2 oracle cards that we have here are emotions are running high. I am not surprised. And I actually want to point out that this supermoon card, it gives me a very similar message to the devil, in that you guys are so big and so present in each other's minds. It's like you must be tired from running through this person's head all day. It's like you're on this person's mind all the time, whether it's like, you know, they're actively thinking about you or just in passing. It's like you always seem to dance through this person's mind. Could be at some inconvenient times as well, like they start daydreaming and fantasizing about you with that devil energy. It's like, ooh, this person's energy won't leave me alone. But yeah, this person is feeling very strongly about you and thinking about you very, very frequently. That's what I always see with this supermoon card. So this message is coming out twice. Like your guides are really bringing that point home, like how strong and how intense this attraction is. And then the next card that we have is the new moon in Aries with it's time to take action. So we have Capricorn and Aries energy here. At the time that I'm filming this, there's actually a new moon in Aries coming up very, very soon. So if you guys do happen to be watching this in the month of April, or like mid-April to mid-May, something could be happening in this connection, like some significant development, some significant communication. If I put these together, it's like emotions are running really high. It's like getting to a point, what is it? It's reaching a point of boiling over. I feel like there's a better expression for that, but tipping point, maybe. It's reaching the tipping point and some action needs to be taken. And when it comes to Aries action, it is pretty impulsive. It's more like an act now and think later kind of situation. So what I'm kind of seeing when it comes to, let me put these somewhere else. I don't like that. Let's put them here and here. When it comes to, you know, this person's actions, I feel like, you know, right now they're on the fence. They're trying to rationalize things. They are thinking or overthinking a lot about what they're going through, when in reality, you know, their first impulse or their first gut feeling about what's going on is correct. You know, when you wake up from a dream and it's so vivid and it feels so real, I feel like in that moment, they're lucid or they're illuminated. They get it, they get what's going on. And then as they think about the dream throughout the day, or they think about, you know, the message they got throughout the day, they start to rationalize it and say, oh, well, it's probably a coincidence that I, you know, got the same message 3 nights in a row or whatever it is. Oh, it was probably just random, whatever. But the first instinct was correct. And I think what will happen with them is that, you know, their emotions inevitably will get stronger and stronger regarding you and regarding the connection until it reaches a point where they will impulsively act out in some way. So this can look like a sudden confession of feelings from them, or a sudden confession of, this is what I've been going through and experiencing. I've been seeing all these signs. I've been getting all these messages. It might be like a sudden, you know, blurting out of that, sharing their experience, reaching out to you. If you guys are in no contact situation, if you're in a separation situation, this could look like them reaching out to you, you know, and telling them that they miss you, or telling you, sorry, that they miss you, or telling you that they've been thinking about you a lot. But it will seem kind of out of the blue, I think, and it will seem kind of bold with this Aries energy. It's like a breakthrough in the connection that I see coming. So just to finish off this reading, let's take a few extra tarot cards, and I will just leave this open to like anything you need to know about this person, anything you need to know about this connection or how they're feeling. What else? Whoa! Oh my gosh. Okay. So 3 cards just fell out at once. Yeah. This is going to happen really suddenly, and I think for a lot of you, this breakthrough is going to happen very, very soon. If you guys do happen to be watching this, you know, when it's uploaded, mid-April to mid-May could be significant, or if you happen to stumble on this video later, the time frame of 1 month could be significant, like 4 to 5 weeks from when you happen to stumble across this video. Cards falling out quickly, and on top of that, several falling out at once. It tells me that there's going to be very fast developments, and it tells me that the energy is moving smoothly, or it's about to be moving smoothly. So some blockage is going to be removed here. And you know, maybe this person just needs some like validation for what they're experiencing. Maybe all it takes is for them to, you know, meet somebody else who's been going through a similar thing, or to have somebody in their circle who is open to these more kind of spiritual things, so that they can kind of have that light bulb moment and say like, wait, this is actually a thing. This is actually a thing that happens to other people. This is actually a thing that people believe and accept and recognize, and I'm not just alone in this, and I'm not just crazy. They might just need a little bit of validation to that. Like, this is not as weird or crazy as they think, you know? Anyway, let's actually look at the cards. How about we do that, Kino? So we have the Ace of Coins. Ooh, okay. We have Ace of Coins, Ace of Cups, and 4 of Coins. Okay, yeah, I see here like one, this could be like 1 month, 4 could be 4 weeks as well. Yeah, there's an offer coming to you. Ooh, I'm like shaking a little bit. It's strong energy. So yes, aces represent new beginnings. They also represent offers, and you have 2 coming through. So let's start over here with the Ace of Coins. The nature of the Ace of Coins offer, it's something real, it's something stable, it's something that you can rely on. And I really like this paired with the Ace of Cups, which is an offering of feelings and love, because it's like you're going to get this expression of feelings from your person, and, you know, a solid offer that comes with it. So, you know, some kind of commitment, some kind of, you know, official offer. It's not just like this person is coming forward and telling you how they feel and then nothing comes of it, and then you're still left wondering like, what's going on, where do we stand? Because there's a feeling of stability and certainty and security that comes with this Ace of Coins. So it's like, I'm telling you my emotions and then I'm backing it with like a solid offer so that you know what I want from this connection, you know where this connection is going. Like, it's going to be grounded in reality. It's going to be something tangible. So, you know, for a lot of you guys, this could be like a commitment that is coming from this person, an offer of commitment. Or, you know, with the tangible energy of the Ace of Coins, this could be your person like materializing in the 3D. This could be your meeting if you haven't met this person yet. But the Ace of Cups is like a new beginning full of love, peace, happiness, and bliss. And I really like, you know, the imagery of the water overflowing, because it's like this person is just letting their emotions flow out without any restriction, without any shame, without any judgment. It's all just pouring out. So I really like to see that. And the peacock too. It's like being confident, being proud, being bold. And the sun too. It's a lot of imagery of like, no more hiding. We're expressing our feelings now. We're getting it all out. We're not going to silence our heart. We're not going to deem ourselves as crazy and invalid. No more of that. We're letting everything out. We're getting everything off of our chest because we owe that to ourselves to be free in our expression. And then you guys have the Four of Coins, which is really, really sweet as well. It shows stability. It shows something that you can count on. It shows that this person is not going anywhere. It shows that this person really sees you as a treasure and is not going to let you go. And that's really all that matters at the end of the day. You know, even if their dreams are completely random, even if they are crazy, that doesn't take away from the fact of how precious you are and how much they want to value you and treasure this connection. And last message with the Four of Coins is that you do have angels with you, watching over you, watching over this situation, and they're going to make sure that everything is okay. All right, so that's all the messages I have for you guys. I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. I also have a Patreon, so if you guys are interested in seeing even more exclusive pick a card videos that you get to choose the topic for, that will be linked down below as well. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye. Hi, number twos. So this reading is for those of you who were drawn to the Pyrite and Calcite. Just in case you guys didn't watch the intro, I did want to repeat that this reading is really for everybody. So whether you know your person in the 3D or you haven't met in person yet, or even if you are not sure, you are welcome to watch this reading. So I'm going to start with 3 tarot cards here, and these are going to represent you, your person, and the energy that exists between the two of you. And I'm going to do this in a person A, person B style, meaning I'm not going to say this is you and this is your person, but rather I will leave that up to you to determine which one is resonating more with you. And if you find that you resonate with the energy of both people, that is totally fine as well. That just means that you and your person are likely mirroring each other. So let's get right into it and see what we have here. We're starting off with Temperance, 8 of Swords, and the Hierophant. Wow, so I definitely see some mirroring going on here. These will be the cards representing you and your person, and then this 8 of Swords in the middle is representing the energy between the two of you. So you're coming through as the Temperance card and the Hierophant card, both of which are quite spiritual, both of which talk about growth, development, knowledge. They're both represented by the number 5 because we have the Hierophant, which is simply the number 5, and then we have Temperance, which is 14. those digits add up to 5. So this is a number of change, growth, developments. I feel like both of you are very much on the right path with your spiritual journey. Both of you are leveling up. Both of you are awakening. Both of you are taking the appropriate actions to improve your life. I see both of you in a really, really positive energy. If you guys are involved, well, actually, even if you're not involved with each other in the 3D, I see you guys being a really positive influence on each other. So even if you are not currently speaking or not currently connected in the 3D, just know that the positive work that you are doing on yourself is helping your person and vice versa. So you're both kind of growing and leveling up together, which is really, really beautiful. Now, as I explain both of these people, you'll probably find that their descriptions sound pretty similar, because I think that you guys truly are mirroring each other very closely. Even if your lives look different right now, I think what's going on a soul level, what's going on emotionally, and in terms of your personal growth, like where you're at in that journey, it feels quite similar. So I'll start here with the Temperance card. I feel that this Temperance person has been heavily focused on healing, shadow work, and emotional growth right now. I do think that this person has a very high level of spiritual awareness, and they have been, working on digesting is the word that came to my mind. Working on digesting these truths of divine timing, of greater divine plans, and really trying to understand the greater purpose and the greater reason for things that have happened in their life, really trying to see how they can use each and every experience as an opportunity for learning and growth, learning to be more patient, more accepting of themselves, learning to be more peaceful and trusting in their journey. They are really taking this into their hands right now, and they are doing amazing work. So they're growing a lot spiritually and becoming a more patient, tolerant, accepting person, both of themselves, of the people around them, and of their journey in general and the universe's plan for them. I also think that this Temperance person is working on their health, maybe establishing a healthy routine in their life with work, play, rest, social life, spiritual practices. They may be doing something like meditation or affirmations. They could even be doing like yoga and exercise and things like that, making more of an effort to go outside and be grounded. Like, this person is really taking very, very good care of themselves right now, and it's really showing. I think, they're a lot more all around like happy and content in their life, and have a lot more peace in their life, because they were willing to put in those efforts that maybe were uncomfortable at first, maybe were difficult, and now it's like they finally see the light at the end of the tunnel, or even have reached the light at the end of the tunnel. And while they know that maybe they will never be perfect and they will never heal everything, I feel like they've healed a whole lot, and they just feel such a huge weight lifted off of themselves. So this is the Temperance person's energy, which is really lovely, and the Hierophant's energy is actually quite lovely as well. I feel like the Hierophant is really working on getting to know themselves right now, maybe connecting with their higher self, connecting with their soul. I see the Hierophant kind of planning for their long-term future, thinking about where they see themselves a few years down the road, what dreams they want to pursue, where they want to be living, what kind of people they want to be surrounded with. And I think the idea of being in a happy and healthy, committed union is very strong on their mind right now. Like, they want a partner who really gets them. They want to commit to someone. They want to be married to their counterpart, to their equal. The Hierophant could also be studying a lot right now. So studying something that interests them, or something they think will benefit them in their career. Some of them might be working to get a certain degree or a certain certification. Some of the Hierophant people will also be receiving counseling, maybe career counseling, or they might be going to therapy as well. It's like they're seeking professional help so that they can build the future that they really want. What else? They might be studying about spiritual topics too. So maybe learning about tarot, for example, like learning about forms of divination, or learning about their soul and their soul's journey and things of that nature. So I'm sure you can tell that both of these people are really doing amazing right now, and you guys are truly positively influencing each other, whether that is through your words and actions towards each other in the 3D, or just energetically through the love, healing, positive intentions that you are sending to each other. I also just realized that you're both coming through as the number 5, so you are meeting and communicating very, very frequently in the 5D. That goes for, like, regardless of what your connection looks like in the 3D, I see that your 5D connection is very, very strong. Now let's talk about this card in the middle. This is 8 of Swords. So 8 of Swords talks about a lack of action, a lack of confidence, some kind of mental blockage or insecurity that is standing in the way of what you really want. So it's kind of an interesting card to come up in the middle between the two of you guys when we see both of you doing so well on your own. So what is coming to my mind is, like, it could be this sort of energy where, you know, in all areas of your life, you feel like you're doing so well. You feel like you're really learning to be positive and trust in your intuition and trust in the process. And that's all going really well. But then for some reason, like just when it comes to this connection, you have doubts. Just when it comes to this connection, you can't be confident. It's like your one hang up, I guess. And I don't know, that could be from placing a lot of importance on it. Maybe, I don't know if it's like putting the other person on a pedestal per se, but just that it means so much to you. So it's easy to become nervous, or it's easy to have worries about it. The 8 of Swords, it would show somebody who is not coming forward, who is not... Excuse me. Sorry guys, that was my doorbell that just rang. And look, my sister sent me a little tree. He's so cute. It's kind of hard to see him at this angle, but oh my gosh, he's so precious. You know, let's put him at the corner here. Sorry, Carmen. This is Carmen, and this is Elliot. Yes. Okay. So let's finish the reading with Elliot so that we can welcome him into this lovely home. Okay, I was talking about the 8 of Swords and how this can represent that you are holding back from saying what you want to say or doing what you want to do. So if you guys are connected in the 3D, this could be indicating that you are both kind of holding back from telling your feelings to each other, or at least telling the extent of your feelings to each other. If this is somebody you have yet to meet in the 3D and you're just asking about like your future partner in general, this could be indicating something like you guys are feeling very confident in other areas of your life. Like you feel very confident that you can manifest what you want and that blessings are coming your way. But when it comes to being confident in the love department, or when it comes to believing that blessings are coming your way with regards to love, maybe it's just a little bit hard for you to believe that and really be confident in that. So there's just a tiny little bit of like a mental blockage, I would say, a little bit of doubts between the two of you. Okay, so let's take a look at our oracle cards now and see if this person is feeling the connection with you, and if so, how aware are they? To what extent are they feeling these things? Listen to your intuition is the first card. Ooh, Goddess of the Moon. I forget what this one is called, but it's a mask, so let's call it the mask. And Jellyfish with the message of transparency. Ooh, okay. Yep, this person definitely feels the connection with you, and not only do they feel it, but I think that, you know, they have an awareness of what's going on. Obviously, this person is very, very connected to their intuition. We have literally the message of listen to your intuition here. And then we have the goddess of the moon, who represents just that, being connected to your intuition, being connected to your psychic abilities, and really harnessing those gifts to gain a greater awareness of what's going on in your life. So this is like clear as day to me that not only does your person feel the connection, but I feel that they do have some level of spiritual knowledge, that they're able to kind of put a label on what's going on, or make sense of what's going on and why they are feeling these things so strongly. I'm noticing there's a lot of moons in these cards. Like, there's the different phases of the moon here, there's the crescent moon here, of course there's goddess of the moon, there's even a little moon here, and then the jellyfish. Well, it's not a night sky because it's water, but you know what I mean. It's like a dark background depicted. So there's a lot of like moon and nighttime sort of things going on. So they may have a lot of dreams about you. That might be the way that their higher self connects to you the most. But rather than just feeling like it's random, it's their imagination or whatever, I do think they're able to recognize the meaning of what they are seeing. I do think that this person has spiritual knowledge and spiritual belief, or they're at least playing with the idea of, you know, believing what they're seeing. I think this is someone who is familiar with the idea of manifestation, of souls, of reincarnation, and of soulmates and soul connections. They might even be familiar with the idea of twin flames. Like, if that is a journey that you guys are on, they might even be familiar with that name or that label, but they're certainly not blind to what is going on. I do think that this person is very aware of the connection that exists between the two of you. Now, if you guys are hearing this description of them, this description of their beliefs, and you're thinking that doesn't sound like them at all, this might explain why the mask is here, because the mask represents that someone is hiding something. Someone is not showing their true self or their true feelings. So this person could be masking what they know or masking what they feel, whether that's through omission, like they just don't talk about what they're experiencing in the connection with you, or they may even full on say the opposite. Like, they might be a person who presents as very logical, very rational. I don't believe in that woo-woo stuff. Like, they might actually declare that. They might actually say that to people, but on the inside, low-key, they do believe it. They might just be worried about what others would think of them. You know, very often when we get these cards about deception and masks and things like that, I think more often than not, it doesn't come from like a malicious place, but it's more like, I'm afraid to show my true self, or I'm even hiding my true self from myself right now. So when it comes to getting this person to admit what they see and what they know, I definitely don't think it's impossible, especially if they continue on this journey of spiritual growth and accumulating spiritual knowledge. I do think that eventually this would change and they would be able to open up about their spiritual insights regarding this connection. There's still a couple more cards to look at, so we will see the future, but just in this present moment, I feel like they wouldn't really speak up. They wouldn't really open up about it. I think they are afraid of being judged. They're worried about what people would think if they, you know, told people that they believe in all this stuff. And I know that there's even like some of you guys watching who feel the same way just through reading your comments or reading messages. You know, there's the fear of opening up about everything you have experienced, because some people might think that's crazy, or like it's all in your head and this and that. I feel like it's still not entirely whatever socially acceptable means. Like, what does that even mean? But there's still a lot of people who kind of, you know, look down on it. And so this person might just be kind of wary of that. And actually with the Hierophant here, The Hierophant is about like traditions and institutions and things like that. So especially if this person like grew up in a very religious family, or just grew up where that kind of, this kind of, what would you call it? Like esoteric stuff is frowned upon. They might have internalized that, and so they don't really want to open up about believing in this kind of thing, or they might not want to open up about the fact that they have used divination to get answers, or whatever it might be. Because I do think this person is quite connected to their spirituality, quite connected to their higher self, but maybe they just don't feel really safe to share that part of themselves yet. And what's really interesting with this mask, and this was actually written in the guidebook, that like, you see how the mask has two faces looking in either direction, and one of them looks happy and one of them looks unhappy. So it can give you like insight about the cards that are beside it. And so it's like connecting to my intuition, yes, happy. Being transparent about it, no, unhappy. So that's like a really clear message that is coming through with these three cards here. They're very happy to be in their own, you know, spiritual world and experience that connection in their bubble. But when it comes to being honest about it with someone or with people on the outside, they don't really want to do that just yet. And what it's also coming to my mind is that jellyfish don't have brains, right? I'm like fairly certain they don't have brains. So there could kind of be this message of like playing dumb. So I feel like for some reason, they're like purposely omitting certain information about what they know, what they're aware of, or they're flat out saying the opposite. Like they're playing dumb. They're acting like they're not this psychic queen or king, you know? So, interesting. They are quite awake. They really are quite awake. So yeah, there's a couple more oracle cards that I want to look at so that we can see what is going to happen in the future, whether they are going to, you know, open up or start to talk about what they've been experiencing. Like I said, I think a lot of it has to do with things happening in the dream world, although that definitely doesn't rule out the possibility of them experiencing signs and synchronicities pertaining to you in their waking life as well. Okay, so the next oracle cards that we have here are Conclusions Are Within Reach with Full Moon Eclipse, and Your Dreams Need a Practical Plan with Full Moon in Taurus. We have Taurus energy coming through twice here, so you or your person could be a Taurus. We also have Sagittarius energy here with Temperance. Something could be happening within this connection in Taurus season, so in the months of April or May. But the full moon in Taurus is actually in November. So if you happen to stumble across this reading and the months of April and May have already passed, then this could be indicating the month of November. Because actually, with Temperance being about Sagittarius, this could indicate November, December as well. So I think it depends when you guys happen to come across this reading. But these could be time frames when something important is happening within this connection, or Taurus and Sagittarius could be your sign or the signs of your person. However, it certainly doesn't have to be, but it's there for you guys to take that extra confirmation if you like. So let's talk about the messages on these cards. Conclusions are within reach and your dreams need a practical plan. With this card here, I feel like your person may be already planning how they're going to open up. So yes, right now the energy that exists between the two of you is the Eight of Swords, but I feel like your person doesn't want it to stay that way. They do want this to change and they do want to open up about what they're experiencing. They're just a little bit afraid. They're a little bit afraid of, I think, judgment. They could even be a little bit afraid of rejection from you. But with the level of growth that you guys are achieving, with this, journey that you guys are on, I feel like, inevitably this person will become confident more and more over time, because the more, and I think this goes for both of you, the more you start to love and accept yourself, the more you realize like it really doesn't freaking matter if anybody wants to judge you. And like, who cares if you talk about your spiritual experience and someone tells you that's bullshit? It doesn't make it bullshit. It just means that they can't understand what you're going through, and that is their problem. It doesn't make what you're experiencing any less real. That is still your truth. So I think as this person becomes more and more confident, they will just naturally care less about the possibility of being judged or the possibility of being rejected, and they'll be more concerned with, they deserve to speak their truth, they deserve to share their message, you know. And the worst that could happen is they open up to you and you reject them, or they open up to you and you say, that sounds very silly. And then they'll be like, okay, that's fine, understandable, have a good day. You know, like, they have nothing to lose. I think as they get more confident, that is what they will realize, and they'll realize that they cannot live in fear. So I feel like this person may be healing some serious like childhood wounds, or something that has been passed down from generations of like, you know, we have to adhere to the traditions, we have to stay in our lane, we have to stay in our box, otherwise we'll be frowned upon. And they're kind of breaking that cycle and saying, what's so bad about being frowned upon? You know, it's just a frown. Anyway, they're learning to be more confident, and I think they're already in the process of planning how they're going to say this to you. They want this to be out in the open, and they want to see if this is real. And I feel that with the conclusions are within reach, this is going to happen very, very soon. So keep an eye out for those time frames that I mentioned before. April, May, if that's coming up at the time that you're watching this, or November, December, if that's coming up at the time that you're watching this. You know, winter could be significant too, because the tree is bare. There's no leaves on it. But yeah, significant developments are happening. This person is going to open up. So let's just take a few more cards to finish off here. And I'll just leave this open. So anything else that you need to know about this person, or about this connection, or how they're feeling. There go the sirens. Sorry, I just wanted to wait until they quiet down a little bit. Anything else you need to know about this person, about this connection? Ooh. And let's get one more. Wow, Death, Chariot, and Justice. We have 3 major arcana coming through. So in addition to the Taurus and Sagittarius energy that we mentioned previously, now we also have Scorpio energy, Cancer energy, and Libra energy, in case that is relevant to any of you. So when I saw the Death card, immediately I thought of this, you know, breaking free from the chain, cutting, what was it? Like ending the cycle. The Death card is a number 13, which adds up to 4. The number 4 is about cycles, and of course with the meaning of death, it's like the ending of a cycle, which leads to a rebirth. It leads to a metamorphosis, whatever this is, whatever I'm going through. And so I really feel that your person is breaking free from the chains of their past, where they would act a certain way and suppress certain parts of themselves just so they wouldn't be judged, or they wouldn't be shamed or criticized, or whatever it is. And I really think, and this can be a message for you too, I want to mention, the truth that they are realizing is like, there's no way to be completely safe from judgment. No matter what you're doing, everybody's always gonna have, like, someone's always gonna have something to say. Even if you were someone who stayed perfectly in the lines and adhered to like traditional beliefs, traditional morals, somebody out there is going to be like calling you a square, or calling you like stuck up, or whatever. There's no way to escape judgment. There's no way to escape people's rejection and criticism. So you might as well do whatever the heck you want. And I think this is the level of confidence that your person is reaching. Please feel free to claim that message if it resonates with you as well, because I know that the two of you guys are mirroring each other, and we also see two dead people here. So it could be both of you going through this transformation. And what comes right after this transformation is a huge leap forward. Huge progress is being made. This could definitely represent the moment where you guys are ending this Eight of Swords energy and you're coming through with your true feelings. And I love that the Chariot card has like the white horse and the black horse, because, and I say this all the time, but it represents this duality of like, yeah, this could go one of two ways, but I'm going to take my chances and I'm going to go for it anyway, and I'm going to seize this opportunity. I'm going to follow my heart and just go for it. So once you guys finish this cycle and you go through this transformation, you're going to make huge progress. And then there's justice. You're getting what you finally deserve. You're getting what you've been longing for so long. Justice is Libra energy. It's 7th house energy. It represents the truth coming out and leading to, you know, a favorable win-win outcome, which we love to see. The scale, to me, in readings like this, it represents like two counterparts, two energies that are balancing each other out so perfectly. There's an equal effort that is being put into the connection because you have both been working equally hard on yourselves leading up to this union. It assures a balanced, harmonious, and healthy connection. Like, it's what you deserve. It's truly what you guys deserve. So I'm so happy to see this. So that's all the messages I have for you guys. I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. I also have a Patreon, so if you guys are interested in seeing even more exclusive pick a card videos that you get to choose the topic for, that will be linked down below as well. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye! Hi, number threes. So this reading is for those of you who were drawn to the blue cat's eye. So just in case you guys didn't watch the intro, I do want to repeat that this reading is really for everyone. So whether you know your person in the 3D or you haven't met in person yet, or even if you're not entirely sure, you are welcome to watch this reading. So the first thing that I want to do is, I have 3 tarot cards here, and these are going to represent you, your person, and the energy that exists between the two of you. And I'm going to do this in a person A, person B style, meaning that I'm not going to be telling you this energy is you and this energy is your person. Rather, I will leave that up to you guys to determine which one is resonating with you more. And if you find that you're resonating with the energies of both people, that's entirely okay. That just means that you are likely mirroring with your person. So yeah, let's get right into it and see what we have here. So the first card that we have is the 7 of Wands. Then the 9 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Swords. Okay, so these cards on the sides here will represent you and your person, and then this card in the middle represents the energy that is currently between the two of you. So it does look like the both of you are going through a bit of a stressful time right now. I'll start over here with the 7 of Wands. I feel like this person at the moment is very busy. They have a lot on their plate right now. They have a lot going on. I feel that this person right now is very focused on their career, very focused on their goals, as well as their responsibilities. They could also be really concerned with their finances right now, like financial issues or just their financial status in general. But I do feel that on some level, this person may be, whether it's conscious or subconscious, like filling their schedule to the brim so that they can keep being preoccupied and avoid a deeper issue. So this person could be running away from their emotional growth. This person could be running away from their healing and, you know, really immersing themselves in the 3D physical world, keeping very, very busy at work, always having a million things going on in front of them, almost as like an escape or a distraction to what is going on within. But I feel like with this card, especially looking at the imagery, it's like this person has kind of run out of places to run. It's like I'm seeing this eclipse at the top of the card as, you know, their glaring wounds that need to be addressed, their healing that needs to be addressed, their soul or their spirit like calling to them to look at them and address them. And it's like they ran up this mountain and they couldn't escape it. Well, that's not a mountain, that's a pyramid. They ran up this mountain and they couldn't escape it. It's like no matter where they go, this is following them, and it's so big and glaring. And I feel like they've reached a point where they cannot escape anymore. And this person is going to have to look within and face their issues. And I see this person about to enter into a phase of shadow work. They might be going through a dark night of the soul where they really have to address what is not working in their life and what fears, wounds, insecurities have been holding them back. Basically facing all the things that they have been ignoring or running away from. And it's very likely that this person could have been running away from the connection as well, or running away from the things that those very powerful emotions triggered for them. So this person is reaching a point where they cannot escape. They realize, you know, they could be as busy as they want. They could be the busiest person in the world, but they cannot run away from what's going on within. Now over on this end with the 9 of Swords, I do see that this person is going through something too. It's kind of the opposite. Whereas we see the 7 of Wands person is really running away from their emotions, I see the 9 of Swords person as being like very deeply entrenched in their emotions. Like they're very, very much in their head, whether that's about this connection or just in general. I feel like the 9 of Swords person is the one who really gets in their head, who tends to overthink about everything, who tends to worry about everything. And they could really get themselves very anxious, like their thoughts kind of start to spiral, they start to have doubts, they start to have worries, they start to feel insecure. So the 9 of Swords person, I feel like, is really in their head about this connection, has a lot of doubts about this connection that they cannot quiet, and they need to really find a sense of calm. They really need to find a sense of peace and find a way to quiet those worries. This could be someone who is very distrusting as well, like distrusting of themselves, of the universe, of others in general. So they always have just like a million, it feels like they have a lot of tabs open in their mind of just negativity, of just negative self-talk or worries playing over and over in their head that they need to learn how to release. So I feel like these two people are really on opposite ends of the spectrum with how they are processing their emotions, but both do need to be worked on. And then in the middle of the cards here, we have the 9 of Pentacles. There is an opportunity for a lot of growth and a lot of healing in this connection. And I do think that both of you at this time are being called to work towards that. I do have to say, with the 9 of Pentacles coming out in the middle, like to represent the current energy of your connection, it sort of feels like now is not really a good time for union. And even if the two of you were to come together, I think that there could be a lot of issues, because we've seen that the 7 of Wands is a person who tends to like run away from problems or run away from their emotions, and they're still having trouble with really confronting when something is wrong, acknowledging their shadow side, really diving into that to address conflicts and make things better, which of course can be a huge issue in a relationship. And then on the other hand, here with the 9 of Swords, we have somebody who is constantly worrying, we have somebody who is constantly doubting, And like I saw before, they may have a little bit of trust issues, like it's hard for them to trust themselves or hard for them to trust others. They always seem to be like worried or anxious about the situation or doubting the situation, which of course that too can lead to many issues in such an intimate romantic relationship. So as much as I think, you know, these two people might be longing for each other and feeling pulled to each other, I think it could be quite turbulent if they were to come together in a romantic union right now. The Knight of Pentacles is very much about like independence, being single, doing your own thing, working on yourself and your own life. I feel like this is what you're both being called to do right now. Like work on your own stuff separate before you work on things together. With that being said though, for those of you who are wondering if this person is with somebody else right now, I want to tell you that they are not. That is a message that's coming up for you guys. This person is not with anybody else, and this person does not have feelings for anybody else. I do feel strongly that this person only wants you, only has feelings for you. And I'm imagining that you guys only have feelings for this person as well. So it's sort of like a right person, wrong time situation. I think that there are just things that both of you guys need to work on within yourselves right now before you can really come together in a peaceful union. I think that your happy, peaceful union is being protected right now. It is being saved for you until you guys are really ready to embody those people or embody those roles within the happy and healthy union. All right, so let's take a look at our oracle cards now, because we want to see whether your person is feeling the soul connection that exists between the two of you, and if so, to what extent are they picking up on it. So first we have communicate clearly, envy, the clover, and pelican with the message of self-sacrifice. This person is definitely picking up on you a little bit. It might not be exactly to the extent that you hope for, but they are definitely feeling your energy. They're definitely feeling your presence a little bit. And they're even receiving some messages from your higher self throughout their day-to-day life. The reason I think it's a little bit is because of this clover card. This is a positive card. This is a card about good luck, about your desired outcome. So I definitely do think that they feel the soul connection with you. But in another deck that I have, this clover card in the guidebook was described as a little good luck. And I always think about that. Like, it's just a little bit of good luck. And this makes me think of, you know, your energy is kind of popping up here and there, and they might not like fully feel it or have a full awareness of the truth of this connection, but it pops up every now and then. So this person is not like entirely asleep to what is going on. They are a little bit awake. And of course, this means it does have the potential to grow in the future. What I see particularly is that this person receives telepathic messages from you. So this is in their waking life. This is a form of claircognizance that this person has, where messages from you or thoughts from you are popping up in their head. I do think they might mistake them for their own thoughts, but they are receiving them. So the channel of communication is open here. And I think that maybe there is a spirit guide who is facilitating this for them so that they can receive the messages from you. But I think that throughout this person's day, they receive messages from your higher self to take care of themselves. Because I know I feel like they're the Seven of Wands person. Now, you could resonate with both of them, but I feel like for most of you guys, they will be the Seven of Wands person and you will be the Nine of Swords person, because I feel like this person might be the one who is like very busy, who is very focused on their career, very focused on fulfilling their responsibilities to other. And I kind of see your higher self as this like loving or nurturing voice that pops into them every now and then. Like, make sure you're taking a rest, make sure you're drinking water. They might feel like, oh, they just had an idea, maybe I should go to bed early today, or maybe I'll take a bath today, or something like that. But that's actually a little whisper of advice or a little bit of encouragement from your higher self that is coming in. So from a 5D perspective, you guys are very much there with them, very much taking care of them, and it does get through to them. So if you guys were worried about that, please rest assured that your loving messages do get through to them. Like I said, they might just be mistaking it for like their own thoughts, their own inner voice, but that doesn't mean they are not receiving the messages. So yeah, there is a portal of communication that is open between the two of you. I also think that every now and then this person does have dreams about you, and I think that the dreams they have about you are just so beautiful. They have the best dreams. They feel so relaxed. They feel so at peace. They feel so joyful in your presence. And it's that type of good dream where you wake up and you actually feel sad, like, oh, the dream is over, and you wish that you could go back, but you're back in the real world, and sadly what you experienced wasn't real, or so they think. I'm looking at this envy card. You know, I'm thinking of this light, beautiful world as their dream world. And when they wake up, they're like looking at it with this longing and a little bit of this sadness. Like, I wish that was real. Maybe you said something very beautiful to them in a dream, or they have like a really beautiful experience and exchange of emotions with you, and they wake up and they long for that place again, and they wish it was real. They wish that whatever you said to them in the dream actually happened, and you really felt that way about them, or you really meant what you said. And little do they know that this is a real exchange that is going on between the two of you. It's just not happening in the 3D. So it's like they have, I don't know if envy is the right word. I guess it's like, I wish I were over there. I wish I was living out that life and really experiencing that connection with this person. And they don't really realize that they are. So they feel like they're this person in the dark. It's not a cave. In this dark place looking out into the beautiful world that they wish they could be in, that they wish was real. And interestingly, how these came out with envy, this person is looking over to the good luck, looking over with envy and thinking, oh, they're so lucky. My dream self is so lucky. This person might actually be watching you. For those of you who are in separation or no contact or a situation like this person could be watching you and seeing that you're doing really well. Or like it appears to them that you're doing very well, you're very happy without them or without being in contact with them, and maybe that makes them a little bit envious. Yeah, some of you guys, this person is like watching you or watching your social media or something like that. They're kind of checking up on you and looking from their cave here. Oh, I should also point out that there's a lot of 2s. We have the number 20, which of course reduces to 2. We have 2 here, and then we have 20 here again. So they could be seeing 222 repeating itself in their waking life without really knowing why. This could be a number that you guys see as well. 2 is the number of relationships and partnerships. I also think it lets us know that positive change is coming. So that could be another way in which they are receiving messages from your higher self. And then we have this pelican card with the message of self-sacrifice. And this is really interesting because, you know, the self-sacrifice is like you are giving a lot of yourself. And I think in the context of this reading, it's translating more to something like giving too much of yourself. And with this clover, actually, you know, there's this feeling of, yes, it is getting through, your communications are getting through to each other, but it's not as much as it could be, or it's not as much as you wish it were. And I feel like this can actually be mirrored. So while your person on their end they're picking up on you a little bit, but not to the fullest potential. This could actually be the same for you guys. I feel like this person's higher self is actually trying to communicate with you a lot and trying to send you signs and synchronicities and messages from them, and you guys might be missing a lot of them too. And it's like, I feel both of you are giving too much of yourselves that you can't realize, or you can't receive these messages, regardless whether you're the Seven of Wands person or the Nine of Swords person. Because I think the Seven of Wands person is giving away too much of their time, too much of their energy, too much of their mental space to things around them, things in the 3D, things that keep them busy and preoccupied. And so their mind is so full of chatter all the time that I think a lot of the communications from their counterpart's higher self is getting drowned out. I think that this person maybe doesn't like wind down properly at the end of the day, so they're not in this peaceful and receptive state to receive the messages from their counterpart's higher self. And then on the flip side, for this Nine of Swords person, their mind is always filled with doubt to some extent. There's always this level of like doubt, negativity, insecurity, worry there, which of course puts us in a place where the loving messages from our intuition are often drowned out or dismissed. So it's like both people are giving away a lot of their power or giving away a lot of their energy, such that they're not in that like peaceful and open state where their higher selves can truly communicate with each other. So I feel like this is a two-way street. And the more you guys work through these issues, the more clear the channel of communication will be, the more you guys can communicate clearly and more frequently. One last thing I want to say with the Pelican, this could be a message for some of you, so please feel free to claim it or not. But some of you guys might be giving too much of yourself to this connection. Like we've seen earlier, maybe it's not really time for this connection to progress. This person might not be ready for it emotionally or spiritually. And it's like, even so, you continue to put a lot of your efforts into it or put a lot of your energies into it. But I feel like for a lot of you, it's not time to pour all of your energy into this other person. They need to learn how to pour energy into themselves and take care of their own self. And you both have things to work on your own ends right now. And it's like, it's not the time to be sacrificing things for this person or sacrificing things for this connection. It's like, take care of yourself first and let them learn how to take care of themselves first. I say this very often in readings, but whenever it comes to a connection where like your counterpart has work and healing to do, it's really important to remember that, you know, even though we care about them and we want to see them at their best, it's not our job to like step in and do the healing work for them or to make them grow or make them change. It's very much a personal journey. It's one that we have to do on our own. And it's one that it takes time and it can't be rushed. So this Pelican is here to tell, I think, both of you to reclaim your own energy, to reclaim your own mental space and take better care of yourself. And that's going to open the channel of communication between the two of you on a soul level. Okay, so what we have seen here is the current energy between the two of you. I do want to take a couple oracle cards now to see what the future outcome might be of this connection, or just get some extra guidance for you. So the first one says, what do you need to release with the waning moon? And it's time to release negativity with full moon in Scorpio. Interesting, they kind of came out like a question and answer. What do you need to release? It's time to release negativity. There is Scorpio energy here, just in case that is relevant for any of you. You or your person might be a Scorpio, or Scorpio season might be relevant. We also have like a winter scene here, so the season of winter could be relevant to your connection. And actually we have a full moon in Scorpio coming up at the end of this month, I believe. I'm filming this in April 2021, and I think we have a full moon in Scorpio at the end of this month. If that's wrong, I'll put a correction in a subtitle because sometimes I do get the times wrong. But if you happen to be watching in the month of April, when I upload this video, there could be a development happening by the end of this month. If you happen to be watching when that time has passed, it could be something in the winter time or in Scorpio season, which is October and November. Yeah, there's definitely a need to heal. There's definitely a need to release negativity on both of your ends. I feel like these cards really don't need any additional interpretation because it's very much confirming things that we have already spoken about. What I will say with this image here, with the snow falling and this waning moon that is just about to become a new moon again, is that there is potential for renewal in this connection. So for any of you guys who are asking about somebody that you have a history with, that you have separated with, or things didn't really pan out in the way you wanted it to, the falling snow and this almost new moon is letting me know that there is a chance to start over. There is a chance to renew this connection, because it's like the snow is falling and creating a fresh, clean blanket over everything that was once there. So it's like a chance to start fresh, a chance to have a clean slate with this person. Any like negativity or hard feelings or fears that are lingering from the past, it is going to be possible to wipe those away. It is going to be possible to release them. But like I said, I feel like a lot of you guys who chose this pile, you are probably more being represented as the 9 of Swords person, and there is a need to release a lot of doubts regarding this connection. There is a need to, and I know this is said so often, let go, trust the universe, trust the process, but it is really so true. I think you guys need to approach this connection with the belief of, like, if it's meant to be, it's going to work out, and there's no need for you to worry about or try to control how that happens, because you are in very, very good hands with the universe and with your divine team. And they're going to make sure that everything happens for the best. And if something feels delayed or it feels like something is being withheld, that is for your protection. It is to make sure that when the two of you do line up, you are happy, you are healthy, and the resulting relationship will be as well. So just before we finish, I do want to take some final tarot cards and just see if there's anything else you need to know. I'm going to leave it pretty open. So anything your guides want to tell you about this person or about their feelings or this connection, whatever it might be, what else do you need to know? Six of Cups. A lot of you guys might be asking about someone from your past, someone that you've had a separation with. The Emperor. Regardless, I feel that you do have a very long history with this soul. Yeah, you guys are part of the same soul family. You've had many incarnations together. This person feels a very strong familiarity with you that maybe they can't really put their finger on. Maybe they've never told you this before because they feel like they're gonna sound crazy, but from the moment they met you or from the moment they saw you, they felt like they already knew you. And even if you guys haven't met yet, this is going to be the case when they meet you. They already have this sense of familiarity and comfort with you, even right from the start. And this person will always come back to you. Like, your souls always come back to each other. I think you guys incarnate together very, very frequently. And when it comes to the Emperor, I often feel the message of like, this person isn't going anywhere, because the Emperor is like stationed. He's very sturdy and solid. He's not really a card of movement. So to me, it shows somebody who's not going anywhere. Like, you're not going to lose this person. This person is not going to change their mind about you. They may be a little bit stubborn when it comes to coming around. Oh, there's also Aries energy here, and earth sign energy. This is the type of person who, like, everything needs to be their idea. So for example, if you were telling this person that they should leave their job because their job is really unfulfilling, or they aren't being treated right at their job, or whatever it is. This is just a hypothetical example. And you're telling this person they should do that, and they're like, I don't know, I don't think so. They're kind of being stubborn about it. Then they come to you months later and they're like, I decided to leave my job. You know, like, they will completely ignore that you are the one who gave them this advice. It has to be their idea. So I feel like they're kind of stubborn like that, where if they're receiving advice, they won't take the advice, but when it's their own idea, they will do it, and they'll come back like they thought of it. So they could be a little bit stubborn even when it comes to, you know, advancing within this connection. They really want to do it on their own terms. And, you know, that might be kind of frustrating, because I do feel like you know this person quite well, and you have a sense of like where, in what areas they need to grow and what would be good for them. But sometimes it just feels like they're not getting it, or they're not listening, and they have to really come to that conclusion on their own. And again, with that self-sacrifice, it's like you don't need to give of yourself. They need to figure it out on their own. So yeah, let them figure out their stuff on their own. But I do feel that this person will always come back to you. This person will not go anywhere. With the King of Coins, there is a potential for long-term happiness here. I have to say, like, all of these energies are quite slow. It's something that might take a while, but there is potential for a lot of happiness here. So your guides just want you to know that the potential is there. They're not saying anything like you have to wait for this person, but rather confirming to you that if you choose to wait, it will be very well worth it. I know I already said this, but like, this person is never going to change their mind about you, because this familiarity and this comfort and this warmth that they feel from you, I think it's like they've never experienced that before. And even if they don't have that much spiritual awareness, they know that there's something special about how they feel about you in their heart, and they don't want to give that up or walk away from that. Okay, so that's all the messages I have for you guys. I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. I also have a Patreon, so if you guys are interested in seeing even more exclusive pick a card videos that you get to choose the topic for, that will be linked down below as well. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Hi number 4s, so this reading is for those of you who were drawn to the fluorite. So just in case you guys didn't watch the intro, I did want to repeat that this reading is really for everybody. So it doesn't matter whether you know your person in the 3D already, or you haven't met in person yet, or even if you're not entirely sure, you are welcome to watch this reading. Now, just before we get into the cards, I actually have a message for you guys, and you guys are the first pile for me to get a message pop up like this, but I wanted to tell you guys that for many of you, your person picks up on you through sense, like through smell. And I know that might sound kind of weird, but it's like, if there's a perfume that you guys always wear, or if there's certain products that you guys always use, like on your hair or something like that, every now and then this person will get like a whiff of that scent. Or it could even be something like, if you guys like to bake or something like that, this person could get that sweet smell of the things that you are baking. Like psychically, in case that wasn't clear, but it's like they get these little glimpses into your life through that sense. and probably don't really know where it's coming from. But I don't know if you guys have ever had that happen to you, but it's very weird. It can be kind of disorienting, but I think it's really cool. Anyway, so that was the message I had to give you guys just before we got into the cards. And the first thing that I'm going to look at is these 3 tarot cards, which will represent you, your person, and the energy that exists between the two of you. And I'm going to do this in a person A, person B style, meaning I'm not going to tell you like this person is you and this person is your counterpart. Rather, I will let you listen to the description of the energies and discern for yourself which one is resonating more with you. If you find that you're resonating with the energies of both people, that's totally fine as well. That just means that you and your person are likely mirroring each other. So let's get right into the cards now and see what we have. We're starting off with the Ace of Cups, the Universe, which is equivalent to the world, and the Page of Cups. Wow, so there is definitely mirroring going on, because this is the energy of you and your person, and in the middle here we have the universe, and that's representing the energy between the two of you. I have to say that the universe is definitely in the process of orchestrating your union or your reunion with this person. And yes, the two of your energies are really mirroring each other right now. Both the Ace and the Page are cards that represent new beginnings and exciting, happy new chapters. And not only that, but you guys are both coming through as Cups cards, which talk about our emotions, getting in touch with our intuition, with our heart, with our spirituality. So you guys are very much in similar places emotionally right now, and things look really, really positive. I want to tell you guys, if you have been going through a tough time recently, it's about to get so much better. The clouds are about to clear and you're about to get that beautiful sunshine. If you guys have been working on healing, working on practicing positivity, that is all going to be paying off for you very soon. If you guys have been working towards a goal or an accomplishment, that's going to be paying off for you really soon. I see this chapter coming for both of you where it's like you're reaping your rewards, you're reaping the fruits of your labor, and the sun is finally coming out, and you can rejoice and you can be happy and you can celebrate. This is happening for both of you, and whether you are together in the 3D or not, your positive energy is definitely going to be rubbing off on each other. So just rest assured, even if you're not connected with this person in the 3D, your loving, supportive, encouraging energy that you're sending their way, it is absolutely reaching them, and vice versa. So this person's higher self is also sending you loving, supportive, encouraging energy. So let's take a look at these individual cards now. You'll probably find that the description of these two cards are very similar because they are quite similar cards. You guys are definitely mirroring each other. But looking here at the Ace of Cups person, sorry guys, every now and then I have to stop because there's always sirens going off outside, but sometimes they just get way too loud and I can't concentrate. So anyway, we have quiet now. Starting here with the Ace of Cups person, I feel that this person has been very focused on self-love, especially in the past few months. This person might have been kind of hit hard by 2020, I'm hearing, and maybe it was like their 2021 resolution to really work on taking care of themselves, loving and nurturing themselves. I see this person getting back in touch with their emotions because I think previously they might have just gotten so used to ignoring their feelings, ignoring their cues from their heart or even from their body, and just kind of like pushing through, kind of bulldozing through life and ignoring the more delicate parts of themselves, ignoring the ways their body and mind communicates their needs to them. And so it's like they're really getting back in touch with themselves, and before they make any decision, really checking in and saying, how does this feel to me? Does this feel good or does this feel bad? And maybe that sounds so simple, but when you've ignored that inner voice for so long, I think sometimes it can be hard to get back in touch with it, but just looking at the beautiful, vibrant colors on this card, looking at the rainbows, looking at the flowers blooming, I would definitely say that this person has been successful in getting back in touch with themselves, and it's just done wonders in their life. You know, they make decisions from a place of love for themselves. They're prioritizing their well-being. They're saying no when they need to say no. They're taking a step back and resting when they feel like they need to do so. And at the same time, when something is really calling to them and they feel passionate, they go for it without worry or without a second thought. So this person is really living for themselves now. They've really reclaimed their power and living from their heart and soul. And that just feels so good to them. And I feel like this person for the first time in a long time is like excited for the future and excited for what's to come. I would definitely say this person is ready for a romantic union because they're just overflowing with love. They have learned to fill their own cup, and I really do think this person is ready to fill someone else's cup and really nurture and care for somebody else. So moving on here with the Page of Cups, I feel like this person is starting to explore their intuition more, starting to explore their spirituality more, their psychic gifts and abilities, and also explore their talents. So this person might have a gift or a talent that they really want to share with the world, that they want to start developing. They might have like a dream career that they want to pursue, and so they're starting to do the research and like look at what opportunities are available to them, or they're starting to create this project that they want to put out. They're starting to, you know, get their ideas down on paper, or starting to take action towards it. And I feel like this person still has a lot to learn. They're still at the beginning of their journey, but they're going into it with a lot of excitement. They're going into it with a lot of hope. I feel like this person is very creative and very artistic, and whether or not they are pursuing a career in the arts, I think their creativity and their originality and their unique way of seeing the world is really going to propel them in their career, and the sky is really the limit for this person, and they're really starting to see that. Because I feel like the two of you mirror each other so closely, I know I just gave two kind of separate descriptions, but I feel like they might both apply to both of you, especially because you have the universe in the middle, which tells me that both of you are going to be very accomplished. Both of you are going to be very successful and recognized for your talents and gifts. The universe or the world also represents mutual reciprocated feelings. So if this is somebody that you are connected with in the 3D, they feel for you the same way that you feel for them. If this is someone you haven't met in the 3D yet, they long to meet you the same way that you long to meet them. So your hearts are really lit up by each other already, like whatever stage you are at in this connection. What else can I say with the world? Sometimes I see that the union could involve somebody traveling. So you guys might be in different cities, different countries, and you're going to travel to meet each other. Or you could be originally from different countries and have different backgrounds. Or it could be that one of the ingredients, so to speak, to your union is one or both of you guys like making yourselves more known or making yourselves more visible. Like for example, moving up in your career or creating a platform for yourself where you're like in the public eye and it's easier for people to find you or to see you. On one or both ends, your leveling up and your accomplishments could help you to become seen by this person. Wow, this is really happy energy. I feel like the next year for you guys is going to be really fruitful, and there could be a very significant development in this connection within the next year. So let's take a look at your oracle cards now. We want to see if your person feels the soul connection with you, and if so, to what extent do they feel it? How aware are they of what is going on? So the first card is Wait, patience. Is this called the man? Dude with the rose. And fish with the message of learning. I want to point out that we have two 10s next to each other. We have the number 10 here, and then we have 28, which adds up to 10. I also want to point out there's a lot of messages of patience and waiting. Obviously, we have wait and patience here, and this guy, I always forget the names of these cards, but in the guidebook, it's talking about this man is waiting for his love, like he's waiting for his counterpart to come and holding the rose. So 3 out of your 4 oracle cards have a message of waiting. I feel like a lot of you who chose this pile could be asking about somebody that you haven't met in person yet. So it's like you're just asking about your soulmate who is out there somewhere, the partner who you are about to meet in the future, wondering if, you know, they're out there picking up on you and looking for you. This person is definitely looking for you. If you guys haven't met in the 3D yet, this person really wants to meet their soulmate, who is you. They feel like they've been waiting for you for a long time. Maybe sometimes they wonder if you're really coming, if you're really going to come into their life. I mean, that could be the case, even if you guys know and have met this person in the 3D. I do feel that this person is really longing for you right now, and there's this sense of they're waiting to be with you, or they have been waiting for your happy union for a long time. This person is definitely a romantic. They're definitely very sensitive, and they definitely are overflowing with feelings for you. This person wants to nurture you, protect you, take care of you. They want to give you or help you to have the best life possible. As for whether they feel a spiritual connection or a soul connection with you at this time, I feel like the answer is not yet, because I feel like these wait and patience cards, you know, I did pull these cards after all to answer that question of do they feel the soul connection. So I think these could be saying to you not yet, but there's no doubt up here, whichever one of these is your person, that they are on the path to connecting with their emotions, connecting with their intuition and their psychic gifts. So I think it's only a matter of time before they start to pick up on your energy and before they start to receive the messages from you. You know, we did get at the very beginning of the reading that they're picking up on the odd scent, but I don't think it's really registering from them that it's any sort of telepathy, that it's any sort of, you know, sign of a divine counterpart. I think it's more just like, oh, where did that come from? That's weird. And as far as anything deeper goes, you know, like clairsentience, feeling your emotions, or like signs, synchronicities, dreams, and things like that, it really feels like not yet. The energy is very, very favorable for it to move in that direction. So again, I really just think that it is a matter of time. And, you know, being asked to wait and being asked to have patience, it's already implying that the thing is going to happen in the future. Otherwise, this card would probably say, like, don't hold your breath or something like that. So, and, you know, they definitely want you. They definitely want to feel you and experience your energy. So my guess would be that the divine has lined up a chain of events for them to be made aware about soul connections and spiritual connections, because the next card that we have here says learning. I think this is referring to your person learning about soulmates, learning about twin flames, whatever it might be, whatever label you guys resonate with. There's kind of like a plan lined up for them. So some time is going to go by. I think they're going to start to work towards their goals. They're going to start a new endeavor. Maybe they're going to move closer to where you are. And it's like, man, ever since I moved here, or ever since you moved to where they are, I've been feeling weird. I've been thinking thoughts that aren't mine, or getting weird bursts of emotion out of nowhere. I've been seeing ones everywhere, like 1111 or 1010 everywhere. There's a specific timing for it to happen where it's more meaningful. rather than it just randomly sneaking up on them. Of course, you guys don't have to be like in different countries or anything like that, but I'm using it as an example so that you can see how meaningful it is. So let's say in, I don't know, in July 2021, you move to this person's country. And starting in July 2021, they start picking up on you. Then they meet you later and they notice that you are matching up with a lot of the stuff that they have picked up on before. And they ask you, when did you come here? When did you move here? And you say July 2021. And they're like, holy shit. You see, like the timing is very significant. And I feel like your guides have specifically planned like the initiation for this person, like when they're going to start getting the signs, when they're going to start picking up on your energy, because it's going to coincide with like a significant point on your timeline too, so that it's easier for them to track it back to you. Does that make sense? So it's like a very important time. They'll start picking up, then probably they will start to see like articles, or they'll start to see blog posts about soul connections, about twin flames, or they'll start to hear the term being thrown around. They'll start to hear people talk about it, and they're like, that kind of sounds like what I've been experiencing, but maybe it's just nothing. But more and more it's coming into their reality, it's coming into their experience. And all of that leads up to them meeting you and finding out that, the time they started feeling you and some specific part of your timeline coincides. And they're like, oh, damn. So this is really what it is. And I feel like at that point, this person would have no resistance in accepting it, because they are so in touch with their emotions, because they are so open to spirituality, and because they've already kind of been warmed up to the idea before. Your guides kind of have a plan to gently usher in this awareness and to gently bring this truth to your person. So again, it's really just a matter of time. I know that on a soul level, the love that you send to each other is reflecting in your 3D life. It is improving your life. And I think that that's really the most important thing. With time, the connection will trickle into their 3D experience, but until then, we just need to wait and see what your guides have in store for you. So there are a couple more oracle cards that I want to take now. They could tell us more insight about the future of this connection or any other guidance for you. Yeah, surrender to the divine. I feel like you guys need to know there's nothing that you could do or nothing that you should be doing to make this person wake up to the connection or to make this person feel the connection. If they're not realizing it yet, it's definitely not because you're doing anything wrong or like you're not sending them enough messages, or it's not anything like that. Again, this is a very specific divine plan that is going on here. And also there's no need to feel discouraged or disappointed that this person hasn't woken up to it yet, because it's all planned out already. So keep going on your own journey, keep chasing your dreams, keep pursuing your passions, and really everything, like dominoes, it's just going to fall perfectly into place for you. And then the other card that we have here is you're very close to achieving your goal. So I feel like really both of you guys have been made to wait for a very long time. For one, I feel like, it's been such a long time cultivating this happiness, working towards a more positive future, and then finally having that breakthrough where you feel like all your work on yourself has paid off and you can finally enjoy happiness and enjoy your peace of mind. It feels like that's been a long time coming for you guys as well. And I do feel like on both sides, there's this feeling of like you've been so patiently waiting for this counterpart to come into your life. You've been waiting for this union. And I feel like this is your guide saying, it's been a while. I know I kept you waiting, but I'm here now. Did I say that right? I haven't listened to that song in a long time. Anyway. Let me get back to the point here. Yes, your guides know that you've been waiting, but I feel like this period of waiting is almost over. Things are going to get rolling very, very soon. I feel like your lives are both going to change a lot within this coming year. You're going to start to see a lot more success, a lot more abundance, a lot more recognition for the work that you do. You're going to be a lot more confident, a lot more sure of yourself and your gifts. And yeah, I'm sorry I don't have like a specific time frame from these cards, but I keep hearing that, like, it's just a matter of time. Just keep going and everything is going to fall into place. I do want to take just a few more tarot cards to see if there's anything else you need to know about this connection. I'm going to leave it kind of open. So whatever your guides want you to know about this person, or how they are feeling, or the future of this connection. You guys could be water signs. There's also in this card Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. Ooh, we got a fire sign here. So maybe there's like Leo and Scorpio energy in this connection. There's the world, so you have the world twice. And there's King of Wands. Ooh, I like that. The progression from the Knight of Wands to the King of Wands. This is a message for both of you. Whatever it is that your heart longs for, like your dream career, your dream future, the goals that you want to reach, the way you want to express yourself in the world, pursue it relentlessly. Relentlessly is a word that came to my mind. Pursue it with enthusiasm and pursue it with the knowledge that you cannot go wrong. You guys are meant to live a life where you are guided by your passions. You guys are meant to make a living off of your passions. You are meant to be free. You are meant to be independent. You are meant to live by your own rules. I feel like you guys were not made for conventional jobs and conventional lifestyles, and you are meant to stand out from the crowd. And I feel like this is telling you to keep going, keep pursuing your dreams, because ultimately you are going to become this king. You are going to become the king of your own world. You're going to become the boss of your own life. You're going to prove some people wrong with your success. You're going to prove some people right too. But you guys will do everything on your own terms. You'll find your own success and wealth on your own terms. And your guides are saying that you never ever have to settle for less. You guys are like, you're meant to be like the brightest stars shining in the sky. Kind of cheesy, but anyway, let's move on. Yeah, with the world, there might be something about you guys like becoming very successful. Some of you guys are both going to be pretty well known. And this card might be coming out again just to give you guys that reassurance that there are mutual feelings here. Maybe some of you are just having some trouble really trusting in that, and you need the extra reassurance that yes, this person is looking for you, this person is longing for you, this person wants to unite with you or reunite with you. Looking at the envelope on the Knight of Wands hand, there might actually be communication from this person very, very soon. You guys might have some communication on social media soon. Like there's some DM that is sent, or this person might be texting you very soon. On the flip side, if any of you guys have been feeling called to reach out to this person, like you've been feeling called to text them, you've been feeling called to send them a message, or even send them a letter, like reach out and make yourself known in any way, or just let them know how you're feeling. I have to say that you have a green light to do that. So maybe you guys have been debating, like, should I reach out to them? Should I say something? Or should I wait? Should I just stay quiet? I feel like you are being encouraged to, this whole reading is encouraging you guys to really put yourselves out there, make yourselves seen. Like that sentence keeps coming to me, make yourself seen or make yourself visible. And the more you do that, it's like the more noise you make, the better it's going to be for this connection. So there's really no need to be shy here in the pursuit of this connection and in the pursuit of your dreams. The message from your guides here is really like, be enthusiastic, go all out. Don't be afraid of standing out from the crowd, because you were meant to stand out from the crowd. And I think both of you guys are really going to be attracted to each other because of your passion, because of your drive and enthusiasm and your love for life and the pursuit of what lights your heart up. It's like honoring your heart in the decisions you make throughout your life, that you're going to see a lot of yourself in each other. Like, wow, this is the person I've been working so hard to be, and you're also that person. You guys might have a significant age gap as well with this knight and this king. That's just for some of you guys. If you have somebody on your mind who's like significantly older or younger, that might be a confirmation for you. But yeah, I think that is all the messages I have for you guys. So I'm going to end your reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. I also have a Patreon, so if you guys are interested in seeing even more exclusive pick a card videos where you get to choose the topic, that will be linked down below as well. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!